Hi, and welcome to today's edition of Market Analysis, pre-market analysis for today, November 13th. I'm Giovanni Benacourt, and this is being recorded previous to the USA Open and previous to the CPI number coming out. So today the CPI is going to come out, and the consensus is to be around month over month about 2.6-3%. Something higher than that, we're gonna see a lot of volatility. Something lower than that, and much lower than that, we will also see some volatility. But in consensus, we most likely just see a normal behavior of the markets. We'll see some obviously volatility in the dollar index and some volatility in Bitcoin and gold. Speculating, but as far as the index goes, that could also overspill into it. But so far that we were seeing in the indices that for the last, 3 sessions counting today, so we saw that on Monday, the Nasdaq did a strong move to the upside, creating new all-time highs, and new all-time highs are bullish. And then yesterday we saw how the markets also fluctuated to the downside and just came back up and recoup, but it's still closing in the downside in the red. So far for today, during the London session, we did have a lower fluctuation. We bounced off that support level that we have in front of us. So a lot of times, since there are people that are still doing insider trading, people have information beforehand. So this could just be a continuation of repositioning themselves, profit taking, obviously, and just waiting out to see what the core inflation is gonna come out. So the estimate again around 3.3% month over month, and the year somewhere between 3.3. So far, I'm speculating that we are going to continue to push lower as the market opens and we get that number. As far as the S&P goes, we are right there on that level of support. So it's no longer valid for our analysis for today. So let's just lower that to this area right here, just giving it some area for it to move. Let's bring down our level of resistance, which I doubt we're going to be getting to it to those levels today. So let's see if we do have that move to the downside. Our size far out from being overbought. So Dow, we are fluctuating below our level of support, so we're going to have to bring that down. I'm going to use medium for a second, and our first 43,600 is going to be our target. Upper Bollinger Band for our first resistance, and 45,200 our second. So consensus or the sentiment speculation is to the downside. Crude oil. Yesterday, crude oil just was looking to do a recuperation, but it hit 69 and then it retreated and closed in the red. Today we are fluctuating to the upside. We have fluctuated towards that 69 again, but it quickly has retreated. So let's see if 68 being a round number where the actually market open at 68, will we see another leg up or another attempt to reaching that resistance? And that's my take or my speculation, so buying. Nat Gas, okay, so Nat Gas, yesterday we closed that gap that it opened. It did fluctuate to the upside and then to the downside. It closed that gap. Right now we have opened with the gap up, okay. It has been closed, but the market now has retreated, fluctuating to the downside. But there's a lot of momentum picking up in demand. So I'm long-term being bullish. No, intermediate term, just so far we are in the red. So making sure you have a good positioning when that number comes out. Then we have here gold. All right, so gold also fluctuating below. It actually broke that level of support, so it's no longer valid. So let's use 2580 as our next level of support. Let's use the 50-day moving average as our first level of resistance, and let's just use 2680 as our possible second level of resistance. So first level of support is going to be 2580 and the second 2560. I am going to speculate. Now here we're going to see obviously a fluctuation on if this will move to the upside with an or down, obviously. So if we see that the dollar index fluctuates to the upside, we'll see a push down on gold, and vice versa. If dollar index drops, then we'll see a spike on gold. Then let's take a look at silver. So silver is I'm being very bullish with silver. So continue that momentum. Let's see if we are able to break that resistance and continue to move higher. So buying silver, copper. I'm still bullish. I mean, I'm still negative, bearish on copper as it fluctuates to the downside. $4.10 is the target. So let's bring down our level of resistance to that 200 moving average and just tighten that second one. So selling copper, Bitcoin. All right, so we'll probably also see some volatility in Bitcoin as that number comes out. All right, so looking to fluctuate above 90. Will we get that, or will it continue to drop towards the 85, 84,000? Long term, bullish on Bitcoin. All right, so the currencies, the euro, we also see some volatility as that number comes out and the dollar index moves. That's the important thing that I want you to understand and follow through. So the euro is looking to stay itself above 106. Let's see if it'll be able to do that and just continue to fluctuate to the upside. So being optimistically bullish with the euro. So the pound, with all of this data coming out of the Bank of England, that they may not continue to lower rates, that could probably continue to hurt the pound. And so we've been basically flattish. So I'm speculating that we will be touching 127. And those things will happen as you see this dollar index jump. So 106,500 is the resistance. Let's use just today's open as a probable level of support. And if you see this dollar index make a parabolic movement, then you'll see the opposite on metals and currencies. But if you see the drop, then you'll see a spike on those metals and currencies. That's it for me today. Have a great trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow.